Okay, we are here for another Choose Your Path with me, your host, Sherontelle Dirskell, celebrity publicist, motivational speaker, and best-selling author of the number one habit series for entrepreneurial success. Yay! And you can pick that up on Amazon. Hello, thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. Hey, you came. Shout out to all that jazz beauty. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for your donation. Grafted to give. You truly live up to your name. I am going to go ahead and bring on our guest. Are we ready? Thank you, 10K Cards. I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. Woo, woo. Here we go. I believe he's here. This is amazing. Ready for an amazing hour? Because I am. Oh, yes. Look at the background. I was going to change my background back to blue because I've been using blue, right? And something said, nope, just leave that up. And I'm glad I did because now it balances our color and we're not like, it's not clashing. Yeah, you see him? Yeah, I know. It's beautiful in the back. Oh, my God, that's so pretty. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Today we are talking to global influencer, motivational speaker, best-selling author, Taylor Made Speaks.
I am so excited to be here.
Like, Wow.
So excited.
What? I couldn't wait. How long was this? This was like a couple weeks ago, I think. I was like, oh my goodness, it's about a month away. And we're like, okay. And here we are. Thank you so much for joining me in these conversations. Yes. Honestly, I don't really ever have a sort of format when I do these things. I kind of just go by whatever the vibes, but I do write down a few questions because I seriously have ADHD and I go all over the place. And there are some things I have to ask, so I do write those down. But other than that, I really just want this to be just a really cool, authentic conversation. Two people, you know, I got my coffee, so I'll be sipping on that throughout the conversation. And that's basically what it is. I titled it Choose Your Path, because I want people to know that they can create the life that they want. They have to definitely believe in themselves, and they have to trust that there's a process in between being on your way to becoming whatever that is there, or whoever that is that you want to become. So I feel that, you know, collaborating with my friends, business associates, and just having these conversations, because most of my friends, they're still creating. Maybe we can spark a light in the world that someone else maybe hears something through the conversations and they say, I can do it. It's not impossible, right?
Absolutely.
Hello, Inspiring Decisions. Yay. It's a lot. Hey, everybody. Okay, so how are you doing during this pandemic?
I'm going to be honest with you. I am doing great. This pandemic, you know, for some people, it's been a tragedy. For some, it's been a blessing. And really, for me, it's been a blessing. And the reason why it's been a blessing is because it has pulled out things inside of me that I probably would have never done until now. Yeah,
wow. I know. Right. I'm excited because I wouldn't have done these conversations. I just didn't go live that often. For me, it was a little uncomfortable because I was like, I'm going to be on the screen. I'm going to be talking to people that I can't see. You know, I love to be in the room where I can see the people. When I'm on the microphone, I can see them looking back at me. I can feel their energy. But on here, I got to have a whole full-blown conversation with people that I don't see. So this is like definitely this digital world. I'm getting, you know, adjusted to it. I really am.
Right, it's different. It's new, right? And it's been around for a while, but it was, you know, it's almost like there was nothing forcing us to go this route, and so it's no different than a cell phone, right? You remember those flip phones back in the day? So everybody had flip phones. People had pagers. Guess what? Pagers don't work anymore. Doctors have pagers still.
Yes, right? They do. Mm-hmm.
The doctors have pagers, but as far as the everyday person, we don't have pagers. We're not communicating with flip phones anymore. The cell towers is not communicating with flip phones, right? You can't pay your bills online through a phone.
No, you can't.
and so times change, the world's changed, and so there's two choices. Is either you fight against it and you get left behind, or you go with it and you become the success that you're supposed to be.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. I think a lot of strength and ideas are built during those times when you don't think that you have a choice. When you do, you don't realize that you're choosing not to have a choice. Like
Absolutely.
It's all in the mind. What is your mission?
My mission is to help people see that they have the ability to be whatever they want to be.
Oh my God. Choose your path.
Choose your path. Choose your path. That is the mission. Because, you know, sometimes like we want to be authors, we want to be speakers or singers or whatever, right? And we have this talent and we have this gift inside of us, but we figure, oh, it's too far of a reach, or we're looking at other people's success.
Oh,
and so we're saying, wow,
comparison
is too far, right? And so for me, I do look at other people, and other people, that's my role model, or maybe my mentor, and say, you know what? I don't want to be like you, but I want to be successful like you. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Because that's how I felt when I went on your website. I said, I want to be like Taylor Made. Let me tell you, I don't do a lot of research and all of that before my guests come on. I really read. A lot of times I read right before. I just do that. And I feel like it's better for me, because then now I kind of get a sense of where your mission is going, what you kind of stand for, all of these things. And then I can formulate how the conversation can go. So pretend with me.
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
let's go for it.
Right. So we're friends, we're on a spaceship, and we're about to take a trip. Right?
Okay.
But we're taking all of our IG audience with us, and we're going to take this trip, and then we're going to land back safely to Earth. But when we land back safely to Earth, now we're ready to go and build the land. That's what we want. That's my hope after the ship comes back.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going. We're taking off.
Yes.
Where are you originally from?
I am from here, Toronto, Canada.
Oh, you are from there?
I was born here, yes.
Okay. I thought that you said that in the conversation, but I said, no, I got to ask him again, but you did live here in the States for a while, though.
I did live in the States for about 37 years.
Wow. You don't even look like you're 30.
37 years. And you know what's so funny? I remember when I hit 30, I used to tell myself, I don't want to become old. I don't want to become saying old. That. And I used to tell myself that I'm young. And you know what's so funny? Now I'm hearing it from people, the same thing that I tell myself.
That is so funny.
You look young. You
do. Yeah, you do. Like, you didn't let anything get in your way from, going on this journey and living it to the fullest. That's what it looks like. Because a lot of times people wear their problems right on their face without even realizing.
Yeah. Somebody told me that I have the ability, they see that I have the ability to, if there's a roadblock, or if somebody, or I hit something that's really painful and hurtful, I have the ability to disconnect myself and keep it moving.
That is so cool.
I don't know if that came from the military. I don't know if that came from me being law enforcement. But
I've seen all that.
Right? So it's like it's like, look, there's bad energy, there's drama, whatever there is, I'm out.
Yeah, wow. This is one of my favorite books, The Art of War. I almost lost my mind because I thought it was missing in the house, though. But it was missing, right? And I was blaming my son. I told him he was guilty until proven otherwise. I can't find one that looks like this one. So it's precious to me. And then when I was looking at your pictures and I said, oh my goodness, he has a military background. I was just talking to my friend on here a couple conversations ago. He's also a rap artist, and his name is Northside Outlaw. And he's a Marine, and he served 2 tours, right? And he's just an amazing guy. And we went through that book, and because I just admire the mindset.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in love with the mind. Like, that's what's going to help me survive. That's what's going to help me continue to create and persevere through whatever, no matter what external circumstances are going on. I am in control of my mind. I am in control of how I'm perceiving this thing.
Right.
And yeah.
The thing is, everything happens within our mind. It starts with your conscious. It starts with your mind. And that's why one of my, because I do believe in God, and one of my things that I say in the morning when I wake up is preserve my mind, make me have a sound mind, because once this is gone, your life is over.
If this
ends,
it's
done, right? So keep my mind strong, keep my mind sound, protect my mind.
Isn't that how it's so important when you think about when a person goes brain dead, right? There's no, for sure that there's no more frequency going through the body whatsoever. Nothing is connecting, and your heart can still be beating. But once you brain dead, they're already, what are we doing? Are we going to donate the organs? What's next? I worked as EMT for about 15 years. So I always go back to the health thing because I really absolutely love science. But that's amazing. Yeah, I want the ups and downs. When you look at an electrocardiogram, it has those, the minute that it goes straight, that's it. And that's the thing I love about this title that you have for your... Oh my goodness, the time is now. Tell me, like, what inspired you to write this book?
So it started back in September 2016.
Okay.
I moved here. I left the United States. I moved here. I sat here and I said, man, what I know that I have a purpose, but what is my purpose? What I'm supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
And so this book is pretty much what I did. It's not about me per se, but it's just different tools that I give to start your journey, right? And it's basic stuff, right? This book, let me tell you something. A youth can read this book, right? It's simple. It's quick. There's no fluff. And during that time, I never forget it. I was at Wow Wings. I don't know if they have that in the US, but I was at Wow Wings, and I'm sitting there with my laptop and a blank piece of paper, and I'm going at it with my Coca-Cola.
I love it.
Look, I didn't have no guidance. I was listening to Les Brown, I was listening to a few motivational speakers, and I saw everybody that had a book. So I was like, man, I have to get my story out there, right? And so I said, what can I create? Okay, I could create something of my journey. The time is now. I knew that the time was now to start my journey, and I knew that if I was going to make a move, because at the time I was 37, I knew if I didn't make the move by 37 and I hit 40, it's kind of, I need to stay in place, right? I'm in my 40s. I need to be, not saying that it's too late. You can change your life at any time.
At any time, right.
But it was some strategic planning behind, a lot of times people look at our success, but they don't know what happens behind the scenes. It was some strategic planning, right? And so I moved and I started writing this book, and I started writing this book about me, about my dreams and how I can help other people.
That is amazing. And I love it. The time is now. Don't abandon your dreams. Yeah. I recently just lost a loved one, so I had to go back home to Cleveland for her funeral. And I plugged the next book at the funeral. I was listening to a comedy thing earlier, and the guy said, the only way that something can be wrong when you're saying something at a given time is if it's take away from the people. You know, that's like I think he was saying like a life insurance agent comes to the funeral. That's just not the time for it. But for me, I felt like it was time for me to say the mirror that you don't want to see, because there are some things that are reflecting back at us that we just don't want to look at. And when I read this and I say the time is now, I was telling her that she was only 46 years old. And I told her that all the time. I'm like, you don't have time to wait until tomorrow. Like, can we do it now? What do you need? You know, she had all these amazing dreams, and she took it right to the cemetery. I was so mad at her for that. And then I said, okay, it's all right. We talked about it. So I'm going to continue on and make sure that, you know, that people realize that that's all we have. We just have the time right now. And I would probably say, I'm grateful for you all the way through this thing, because I only have the moment. I don't even know if I'm going to, I mean, I hope to make it to the end of the hour, but it's not guaranteed.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Nothing. And we see that, right? We see that the stuff that's going on, there's nothing guaranteed. And so, you know, a lot of times people wait, right? And they say, well, now I'm 60, now I'm 50, now I'm 80. You know, my dreams, I mean, it's kind of over for me. And if no one has told anyone that's watching this, is that there's always something that you can do. Maybe you wanted to be an astronaut, right? Now you're 80 years old. Maybe you know, you can't be an astronaut, but guess what? You could find a youth that want to be an astronaut. Maybe you can endorse them, right? Maybe you can fund their education.
And your dream still lives.
Exactly. You're still doing your purpose. Maybe your dreams, wasn't your dreams. Your dreams was built for you to encourage other people and to help other people on their path. See, we think it's all about us. I'm the first to say it's not about me.
It's not at all.
I'm dropping dimes. If it wasn't about me.
Literally.
It's not about us. It's about you. It's about the people that you're inspiring, the people that you're helping, the people that you're coaching, the people that you're speaking to say, hey, it's going to be okay. Good morning.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Hello. Wake up. Hi, Twinkle. Hello. I made it to 47 before I came 45. I mean, I just keep getting younger. Oh, yeah. Craig Henley, like, he does a lot of, like, wild things. He was with Richard Branson, and he has, like, these sharks, and they got an award with sharks. They do wild things.
Oh,
yeah, that's a really cool friend. See, you got to have friends like that.
Absolutely.
So yeah. He came here to Connecticut recently, and we were sitting at the table. We went to go eat, and we looking at the menu, and he's like, I just want this. And we had a whole table, like a buffet, and it was just me and him. And I'm like, I need more friends. Like, I love
Absolutely.
food. I was like,
I love
yes. Food too. You love food? Yeah.
I love food. But I'm gonna diet though. I'm gonna diet. FYI.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna diet.
All right. Well, that's a good thing, I guess. Right?
Absolutely.
Making some changes. Hi, Jay Brinkley. He's an author. Wow, you brought the authors out. If
awesome.
someone, I was gonna say someone, but I'll say me, because we're on the spaceship. We're still flying. The meteor had hit a little bit. I think a meteor hit us when I put the book up. And then, but now we're balanced back and we're smooth sailing, because I was like, wow, the time is now. Absolutely. If I was to be coached by you, what would that experience look like?
Oh, man. The thing is, people see this smile and they're like, oh, he's so nice. And, you know, he's so gentle and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a military background. One thing that I'm going to tell you
is
that one thing that I'm going to tell you is that I just had a phone conversation with my mom. Okay.
Okay.
And my mom is giving all these excuses. And so for me, you know, being a problem solver, I help people solve problems, right?
Yeah.
So if you're telling me that, hey, I want a car, but I don't want to drive the car. Well, we got a problem here. I want a vehicle, but I don't want to drive the
I
vehicle.
don't want to drive it. Yeah.
So for me, I get straight to the root of the problem, right?
Wow.
And I have no filter now. Now with no filter, I pass no judgment, right?
Nice. Yeah.
So I allow people to express how they feel. I allow people to tell me, you know, what their mistakes was, even if they purposely did something and they knew it was wrong. I allow them to just come out clean, right?
Okay.
And then ask them, now, how do we move from there? Right? Because we have to move. And if you don't want to move, then we don't have a conversation. Right? I'm a straight shooter. I'm a straight shooter. You want action and results? I'm going to give you action and results, but you got to put in the work.
Yeah, I had a issue with a family member recently, and I shared this. I think I shared it on a Zoom call or one of those. I do a lot of Zooms. So I was talking about it, and I said, I don't see the problem I have with interventions. Like, we all sit in a space. Of course, this is virtually because of what's going on now. And then the person spews whatever it is that they didn't have the courage to say for maybe 10 years plus. And now they're going to spew that all in less than 5 minutes, and also in front of someone else when it's a personal relationship, right? A personal relationship is between you and the other person involved, not no one else.
I agree.
And then after that, you'll feel better. And how do we move forward? We didn't even talk about what is actually hurting you, because those are things that you're blaming it on, but it goes deeper than that. Like, we need to talk about that. If we can't talk about moving forward, I don't even want to, you're not going to spew all that bad energy on me. I have to protect myself. I have to protect my well-being. I have to protect my energy field.
Right.
So if we can move forward, because the time is now, right? The time is now. If we can move forward, then now resolution can now take its process. Now it can unfold, and now we can grow in our relationship. We cannot grow while you're still in the past. And if you can't get out of the past, there are therapists out there that can work through all of that. And then when you get to that place of healing, come and see me. But if that if that place in time never comes, shame on you, because I'm going to sleep at night. And I think I'm starting to say this more and more in conversation, so that the vibration gets out there to this person, that it does not mean that I love you. I don't love you. It just means that I love myself even more to not let anyone do that. People will call you, dump their, what I call it, their garbage into your dumpster. Yours is empty. You just want to recycle. But they want to dump it and leave it. No.
I know. It's so funny, because I had a conversation with an individual about 2 days ago, but I used a different word.
Got it. Okay, you used a few choice words, a different choice of word.
A different choice of words. And I said, if you want to be a dumpster, you know that other word.
Yes.
If you want to be a dumpster, then so be it. But what I see is that people just come and dump their stuff on you, and so. Do you smell anything yet? Like,
that's not good.
You know, and so I made a joke and I said, you're full of, that's what you're full of. Because you've been dumped on for years.
No, you can't do that.
No. There's somebody, it's so funny. There's somebody that told me, and I picked it up instantly. I really read people's energy. And so for me, I'm kind of a loner, which you would never even know, because I'm an extrovert. Right? But somebody said, the person goes, I just go around and suck people energy and then leave. Whoa.
Whoa. What we call those energy vampires.
You ain't sucking my energy. So here's what we're going to do. I'm busy right now. And we can talk. I got 2 minutes that I can spare. And we can talk for 2 minutes. And then we'll be on our way. But this is my time. This is my space. And I just don't want to be bothered right now. That's,
We have to have the courage to do
Absolutely.
that. We have to
Absolutely.
do that, especially when we think about, I have this radio show that I co-host on Sundays with Dr. Adrian
Yes, that's
Daisley,
awesome.
right? And the title of it is Lifestyles of Successful Thinkers, because there is a way that successful people think. There's always clues.
Yes.
Successful people always leave those clues, and you just got to kind of pay attention to it and
Yes.
pull the card and say, yep, this is the one I'm going to use for today. I learned that resilience is very important from Taylor Made Speaks, because he said that that's a strength of his. So I think that
Absolutely.
is his superpower, resilience. Wow.
Yes.
Activated resilience. I can
You have
overcome
to.
whatever.
You have to look. You have to have a mindset that even if everyone falls off from your team, you got to keep going.
You still got to keep going.
I can't look at you to see what you're doing. I
Yeah.
can't look at this other person to see what I'm doing, because while I'm looking at you and I'm driving, I'm going to the left, I'm going to the right. I'm not going on my chosen path, right?
Yeah. Wow. There's a quote by Steve Sims, and I hope I don't butcher it, but he says that you don't drown by drowning, you drown by staying there. And I said, oh yeah, that's true.
It's true. It's true.
Ah.
It's true, because if you stay there, guess what? You might be a good tread. You know, when you tread water.
Uh-huh.
I remember I was taught. Matter of fact, I lived in Jamaica for about 4 years when I was little, and I was at the Y, and I was treading water, and they taught us how to tread before they taught us how to swim, because if you get caught and you stop or whatever, your mind just freezes, and you gotta survive. You gotta tread water. But here's the thing: after a while, you get tired of staying in that one place. So even the best swimmers that can tread gets tired, right? And then you're going to sink. So you got to keep swimming.
I try to tell my son, let me tell you a story. So a couple years ago, I decided I had this crazy idea that I would go river tubing, right? I've been whitewater rafting. So I said, oh, I got this. We're going river tubing. But I was in my mind, even though we're going in the river, my mind was in the pool. So I'm thinking that when we get in this tube, it's going to be like being in the tube in the pool. No. I was gone. Like the river took me. I had no control.
Oh, wow.
Like it just goes. And then my son, he was behind. So I'm holding on to the branch and he's like, Mom. And I'm like, oh my God. And I had to let my tube go. Here he comes. I tried to hold on. As much as I tried to hold on, it was sinking us. So I had to let him go. And I think about that with life. Like there is no life jacket for two. No. So I am 100% responsible for my life, right? Yes. So we're going down the river. And 3.5 hours, almost 4 later, he ends up in the swamp. And I'm telling him, all you need to do is swim over. Like, come on. He's an avid swimmer, by the way, better than me. And I'm like, come on, all you got to do is swim over. He's like, no. He got bug phobia. And the bugs was like this. Like, it was literally like a swamp. The bugs were this thick, like a cake.
Oh, wow.
Right? He was not having it. So all he had to do, I promise you, I wasn't that far. All he had to do was just swim over. And because he was so afraid, now we got to climb up the mountain. And if he just makes one wrong move on a rock, it's over.
Wow.
Like literally. So people do that with fear. Like they let it paralyze them. And because they don't choose their path, because they decide all of these, they stay on the what if island. Oh, they never actually get to they don't get to feel the victory of bringing value to people. They don't get to feel the victory of waking up and wanting to do that thing that you love and passionate about every single day, because the fear had them sitting by the swamp. So here we go up the mountain, and it made it so long. And then we had to trust a stranger to get us back to the base, because here we are 4 hours down the river. And I share that story all the time when I do the workshops, because that's what people do with fear. What is your relationship with fear?
To be honest with you, I'm going to be 100. You want me to be 100% honest with you?
Choose your path.
Look, I'm telling you. Now, you might think I'm crazy, but you know what? Crazy people are successful.
Absolutely, we are.
Crazy people don't think normal people. And I'm not trying to say crazy, crazy
I'm
people
different.
are special, but I'm different.
Right.
Yeah. My thinking pattern is not the same.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with fear. Okay. No one fears to go to sleep. And under the notion that they might not wake up in the morning.
Nope, I don't ever hear nobody saying that.
We all go in that bed and go to sleep.
Yeah,
right?
we do.
I'm at the point of my life. I'm going to be honest. I'm at the point of my life that anything that I do and it doesn't work, it's okay. It's okay. If I'm on your platform and we're live.
Yes.
Right?
We're live.
And a loud noise happen or the lighting fall, guess what? It's okay.
It's
okay. People like to see authenticity. People like to see real stuff, right? This whole, you have this here and you have that here, you have that here. That's back in the day.
No,
because the thing is people can't relate to that. It's just like, and I'm not trying to bring politics into this, but it's just like voting, right? It's just like voting. You vote for people that can relate to you, right?
Ooh,
if you're
unrelatable,
then we don't have nothing in common. We're not speaking the same language. So for me, what has grown me to where I am is for me to be myself. And if being myself is failing, it's okay, because guess what? I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to master it, and I'm going to put it out again.
And you're going to keep putting it out.
And I'm going to keep putting it out. I remember when I used to get 1 like, sometimes 0 like on social media. Zero. I remember one time I was doing a mission. I was supposed to be going to Africa.
Okay.
And I was doing a fundraiser, and I did a video and I did some posts and I got 0. And I went live and I was very emotional, and I started tearing up, and I said, it is so sad for me that's doing something positive and get no likes. People don't even care. But if I was laughing at somebody with their pants down and did a funny reel, I would get a gazillion likes.
You get a lie,
right?
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I then said, I'm not going to allow that to stop me from continue doing positive things. And look where I am 2-3 years ago now.
You were starting your conversations like, is anybody there? Hello?
It was crickets. It was crickets.
Hello?
I'm like, look, no one care about this positive stuff. No,
I know I paid the internet bill. What is going on here?
It was crickets.
That is so funny. Nothing. But I was too with the conversations when I first started these conversations. It was only 2 people on here, yeah. But I didn't care though, because it wasn't even about that. Like I just wanted to have a conversation, and then later on, it became a purpose. Like Absolutely. as I took the first step. Right. That's the thing about these conversations, and I said this on the radio too, and I'm going to say it again. That conversations are definitely. They're great. They're good. They're good Absolutely. To have, but they don't solve any problems. They solve absolutely not one problem. The only thing that solves problems is action.
Oh,
that's it.
Man.
That's it. 100% to the
yeah,
all the way.
It's pulling that trigger. It's pulling that trigger. I pulled the trigger yesterday. The trigger yesterday, and. Usually the things that I do, I think about it. I make sure I cross my I's, dot my T's, and That's then me. Release.
Mm-hmm.
But I was, deep down inside, no one knows this, but deep down inside, a lot of times I'm confident in what I do, because I'm like, if it doesn't work, I'll just do something else, right? But I didn't know how this trigger was going to go. And I still don't know how this trigger is going to go. But I said, you know what? I said my prayers and I pulled that trigger.
And you was like, the time is now.
The time is now. I can what if, like we were discussing, you said people what if. I can what if for the next 10, 20
Execution.
years.
Yep, you can easily.
You gotta pull that trigger, man. You have to pull that trigger, and guess what? It would work itself out. Just like, for instance, for you, you didn't know how this IG Live was going to go when you first started. You
No,
pulled
I
the
didn't.
trigger. You pulled the trigger, and it formed perfectly.
It did. Oh, look at the baby. The baby is getting ready to walk on its own.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You pulled that trigger.
Absolutely. And when I took the action, then I got a sponsor. Oh my God.
That is awesome. Thank you for the sponsor.
Who has a sponsor for their IG Live? Like, we didn't even take IG that serious. And we got a sponsor.
I saw that. I said, wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, you have your own digital business card. Shout out to 10K Cards.
10K Cards.
Look how cool this is. Like, you have your own QR code, so they can scan that, and there go your life right there. Your life awesome. Journey, your life path.
Look, exactly. This is where the world is going.
This is the future. I told you we were on a spaceship. We're still on a spaceship. We're going. We have reached altitude, everyone. We are good. We're right here. Wow. Yep. This is it. This is definitely the way of the future. Isn't that cool?
That is awesome. Look, when I received that and I went through all the fields, I was like, what happened here? I just went digital.
You just went literally you just went digital. There was something on Netflix that I watched. Gosh, what series was it? And it was all digital. I don't watch TV that often, so I can't even remember. I'm not that good with the names. I think it was Black Mirror, something like that. Black Mirror, and they went through the future, and man, this is that right now. Isn't that what we do though? Every day as we continue and we go forward in our purpose, we're creating the future.
Absolutely.
Everything to this point, we manifested somehow.
No, I totally agree. And what we're doing, we're going to manifest other things.
Exactly. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, let me see. Let me go through all of these. I have a lot of them. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
This can be your bookmark. Mine's is right under, I always say, mine's is right under Netflix, my face. Like it looks like my own app. This is so cool, right?
That is awesome. I love it. Like I said, I love it. Thank you to you, and thank you to 10K Cards.
10K Cards. Yes. Yep, you said the wave is here.
Shout out, yes.
If someone wanted to be an entrepreneur, if there said, let's say someone may be on here and they're thinking about it, they got the ticket on the What If Island, but we want to take them to I Can. Okay. So we're moving them from what if to I can. What problems could they potentially face?
Oh my goodness. Oh, a lot. And it starts, guess what? Guess where you as an entrepreneur is going to hit you first? Your family and your close friends.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't even look the same at this point in my life right now. Yeah, that's true.
Because what your family knew you as growing up, that's not who you are now and becoming. And so your family is looking at maybe, you in the club party and you trying to motivate people now, whatever. Right? No, it's true.
Who told you can write? No, it's definitely true. Yeah. Who told you can write that book?
Yeah, they can't accept the fact that you do have a passion, you do have power in you, and you can motivate the masses. And a matter of fact, you're doing more what they're not doing. Because you wrote the book and they didn't.
Yeah, wow.
You're speaking.
You took action?
Didn't.
You did the execution? Action. You took that, yeah, you did that.
And they didn't. But they as an entrepreneur, you have to battle a few things. You have to battle your family. You have to battle rejection. I've been rejected 3 times. I would never forget this. And you know what? It has pushed me to the max. There is 3
You said
people.
3 times?
It happened 3 times. Well. These major people.
Okay, got it.
These major people I've reached out to. Mm-hmm. A matter of fact, One went to the same church I went to.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Shook my hand. God bless you. Good to see you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I asked these 3 people one question. I didn't ask for money. I didn't ask for to hook me up. I didn't ask, let me ride your coattail.
Right.
I said, if you had any encouraging words that can tell an up and coming motivational speaker, what can you say to me, right? What can you give me? Because I'm searching. If they would have said, be consistent. If they would have said, man, just follow your heart. Go after it. That's it. Free. It's free. It's free. They didn't. They closed the doors. One shushed me. One friended me, read my thing. I told this person, I said, man, I'm so inspired by your story. I watch all your videos and stuff like that. And I'm an up and coming speaker. And I just want to know, is there anything, that you can tell me that can kind of help me on my journey?
Yeah, nothing.
I'm going to say he friended me. He read my post. He defriended me.
Wow, okay? That was great.
Now hear how this table turned.
Please do. Please share. As I sip the coffee.
Absolutely. So this person is on social media and doing his thing, right? And so now I had the privilege to be on TEDx, right? And I was on the board.
It's one of my dreams.
And so I was the creation of for speaking. So I would help speakers formulate their story and present, right? And so the group wanted to bring this person on as one of our speakers.
Okay.
And pay them.
Oh, right? Wow.
So the decision came to me.
You remember, there goes the mirror reflecting the mirror that you don't want to see.
I know.
Yeah.
So I just shared what happened to me, and the board decided not to go that route. I didn't say no because it was 12 of us. But I just said how I felt. This is what I felt, right? And so could I have done a little better? Maybe. But
who knows?
This is my truth, right? And so it didn't. And so the lesson to that is you got to be careful of who you turn away.
Yeah, you do. I like to talk when I go to the TV shows. I love the people in the backstage. I love on them. Friends with them. I want to talk to the makeup artist. I want to talk to the assistant. I want to talk to the person that carried my bags inside the studio. I want to talk to the person that's walking down the hallway. I talk to everybody. I want to talk to the person that's walking down the because let me tell you, those people are producers of shows, and now they can say, Sherontelle, you're still doing your thing. Who are you working with now? Who can we help?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So those 3 people has pushed me to the top.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And one person said, you know what? No problem. The door closed. I'm going to build my own door, and I'm going to meet you on the stage. That's amazing. I'll build my own platform.
Tell me about this picture.
Oh, that picture was amazing.
This picture, I could feel it through the picture, right? And I knew that we were going to laugh, too, because you have a picture here with Chris Tucker. I was like, oh, he's going to be funny. I love funny. I love to laugh.
Chris Tucker was funny the day when I met him. True funny, true comedian, hasn't changed. He's himself, and he can take anything and make it into comedy. That's a person that you want to be around. That is the best thing to laugh. It feels so good, right? Yep.
Oh
great
my goodness.
Energy. The guy that you showed.
Yes, let's go back to this.
Yep.
This
Leon, former Secretary of Defense, former CIA director, Leon Panetta. I had the privilege to work at the Pentagon for 6 years. And that gentleman, I respect him.
I would too.
He speaks his truth. He speaks his truth. He did what he had to do when he was in office. And he was against the war in Iraq and what have you. But very honest, very truthful, and sometimes being honest and truthful, people remove you.
Oh, for sure.
Retire you early. But it was amazing. At the time, I was a federal police officer there at the Pentagon, and then I went on to be physical security there. Man, I'm telling you, you know, it's life take you into places that sometimes you don't even know how it happened or how you got there.
Yeah. You're amazing. I wish that I could show this. They have to go to your website because these pictures are absolutely amazing.
Oh man.
My God. What does that say in the middle? Learn, grow, create.
Create. You have to create your own destiny. You know what's so funny? You know, there's a lot of people that believe in the universe or believe in God. And one thing that really I've gotten an insight to is that you have the head creator, right? He created everything. Okay, great. Now you have your life that he has given you the power to create your world. You have the power. You have the power to create. You have created this platform.
Yeah.
I have created all the things to lead me to where I am today. We have the
power. And you learn along the way.
You learn those bumps. You learn what not to do. Trust me, and there's a lot of not to do.
It is. Yeah, it is. And you learn it along the way.
And you learn it. And you also create it. You have to have a positive mindset, right? Every time I leave my home, I'm expecting to learn something. I'm expecting to meet somebody. It doesn't matter who.
Yeah.
You know what? I have the best conversations, and I wish I could do a show. I have the best conversations with Uber drivers.
Aren't they the best?
I have the best conversation. A lot of them that I've met is humble. They're nice to me. They're honest. You have these conversations, different nationality.
Yeah,
right? They might not be, they might not be, the star, but to me, they're the star because their conversation, their insight, their connection, I draw from and I learn from and I use it on my everyday journey.
And they're listening to conversations all day long.
All day long. A matter of fact, Uber drivers should be able to write a book.
He probably can. But his book story is sitting on the what if island. Right. He won't give it a ticket and he won't let it fly. Right. He won't let it go over to the I can. He's like, I can't afford that ticket. It's way too much. But you did though. You bought the ticket. The time
Look, the time is now. Those people that I've met, even what's so funny, even moving here to Canada, I've met a lot of people. The first astronaut of here in Canada. Yep. Yeah. I've met former Prime Minister Harper.
Wow.
I've met some hockey players and some basketball players and the list goes on. And guess what? I didn't have connections when I came here. I came here with nothing. You know what I came here with? I came here with clothes.
Wow. Okay. I had just a little bit more than you. I left my home. I left 2 cars and I had $250 and a dream. Oh, wow. That was it. Yep. And that was 14 years ago, almost 15 now. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And look at you now.
And look at me now.
You're in some primetime television shows.
Yeah, right. Because you know what I did though before I got on those TV shows? Yeah. I sat in the audience.
Yeah. See?
I was in the audience first. And I love sitting in the audience because I love the energy. I love to watch the producers and the executive producers and everybody running around and getting everything ready. I love the entertainment before to warm up the audience because I love stage and all of that. Like I really taken the whole experience. And then I said, one day I'm going to be on the other side, right? And then I get to see the backstage part because you don't get to see that as the audience. So I get to see what that looks like. Oh, it's just so fun on TV. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, I I believe in manifesting whatever
Absolutely.
it is I want. Yeah. And it's not on my time. It definitely isn't. And I'm okay with that. I want to learn whatever I need to learn. I don't want it too soon. It's
Yep.
almost like, can you imagine giving a 5-year-old the keys to your car? Like, like, what do you think is gonna happen?
He's on
Like, too soon.
Yeah.
Everything has its own time and purpose, and I
Absolutely.
am okay with that. I learned that from my grandmother's garden. She watered every day. She didn't worry about when it was gonna harvest. She just knew that it was.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? She just knew that it was. So life, you got to just let it unfold and really allow the process to take place. And you have done that. You have definitely done that. I'm going to shout out my sponsor again. I think that all entrepreneurs, if you're in this time and you're active, this is it right here.
Yes. You
10K
have to.
cards, right?
Yep.
Yep.
This
10K
is
cards. This is it.
Absolutely.
Gosh, you had such an amazing experience. Jeez.
Oh man.
Jeez. So you've been all over the world, apparently, global influencer, right? That's amazing. I was international before I became international. Like I was connecting it to my name, but it wasn't even happening at the time.
No, seriously, that's what you you do, right? Seriously. I'm not saying that's what you do. Now let me
It's
clarify.
more than that. It's
Let
more
me
to
clarify.
that. Go ahead.
Global influencer is because I am on social media a lot. I'm on social media a lot. I've traveled to Chile, I've traveled to Mexico numerous of times, Dominican Republic. And this is not only for vacation. Like I don't go to Mexico for vacation. You might go to Cancun. But these is because I have been networking, I've been building, I've been reaching out to people, right?
That's amazing.
And like you said, speak to the guy that's at the gate.
Everybody.
Right?
Everybody. You cannot look at someone and automatically say like, oh, that's the doorman. Because I've met doormen in New York City that own properties, that own businesses, and they just enjoy meeting the people that they meet coming in that building. I mean, if someone's paying $25,000 to $50,000 a month for rent, I want to meet them too.
Absolutely.
I want to see, how can I be a benefit to them?
You know what? I'm going to say this. I used to date somebody in Washington, D.C. And I remember we were leaving this expensive restaurant. She had an expensive, rich friends, whatever. We left. We're standing outside. Valet's coming. There was a homeless guy, and I started a conversation with him. Right. And then she whispered, and I heard it. She whispered to her girlfriend. She goes, "Is he talking to that homeless guy?" That was the last straw for me to say, hey, I don't think that we are meant for each other.
Not at all.
I don't care who it is. If I'm having a conversation, homeless guy, rich person, young person, women, it doesn't matter. It's the connection. I'm on a different path of life.
No, it does not matter.
I don't see the outside.
Yeah.
It's a different path.
Grafted to give, she says, how can I add value to you? Period. Nothing expected. Absolutely. I mean, she's added so much value to my life already, and we've known each other for 2 days.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's what I attract. Love attraction is real, I'm telling you. And she's just amazing. Like, I got to speak to this amazing infectious disease physician that's going to come on, and we're going to talk about what's going on. This is exciting. I know, right? I talk to everybody. They said, wow, you have interesting guests. Absolutely. I'll talk to the guy that's on the corner that's in between transition. You know what I mean? I want to talk to the mother who feels like she's a failure. And, but no, maybe we made a few decisions that got us to this place that we don't want to be. And where we don't want to be is the best place to be.
I love mothers. I love mothers. I love people, period. But I love mothers. And I love single mothers.
Tell me about it.
My mom was a single mother. My mom is a single mother.
Wow.
And you know what? And guess what? I think she did a fantastic job.
I think she did too. Absolutely.
And you know what's so funny? My mom don't even know half the stuff that I do on social media.
Goodness.
She
On social media?
She know about my book and stuff like that, but she don't know half the stuff. She don't know those comments that these people that said, oh my God, you know, I needed this today.
Yeah, I needed
it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you, women, it's one thing that's majority of the people that follow me. It's women. That is my niche. But single mothers, it's just have a special heart. I feel that they're amazing. I feel that they're doing whatever they was given, and all they got to do is just hang in there and stay strong. Just hang in there.
Oh, just hang in there and stay strong. Great. Your chance, purpose is destiny. So you attract pure at heart. Absolutely. Yes. I really believe that you attract who you are. It comes more. Like you're amazing. I said, oh my gosh, he said that I'm amazing. That is awesome. Because if you see that in me, you clearly see that in you. You can't see anything in me that you don't see in yourself. So, I'm gonna be
honest. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, like I you know, people say certain things to me, and I'm like, oh, I'm just Taylor. Like I'm just like
no. I love the name Taylor Made Speaks. When you think about my grandmother sewed everything, right? So everything was tailor made. So, but when she spoke, that was it. And she didn't even sometimes had to speak. Her eyes let me know I was supposed to sit down, go back there, don't say nothing. All of those words came out without her even speaking. So Taylor Made Speak, that's a powerful name. And you...
Oh,
I'm just here for the ride.
With you.
I'm here for the ride. We're still on the spaceship, guys. Are we getting? We're getting close to Earth.
We're getting close.
Let's see. We're getting close.
Yep.
We're getting ready to land. So now that we're getting ready to land, I always love to end the show with something that you can say that can help us continue to move forward. Before I say that, I have to plug the book before we go here. The time is now. Don't abandon your dreams. Taylor Made Speaks. They could just go to your website. If I was good like that, I could put the website on there, but they can find you. Yep. Go back and look at the flyers. Go back and that thing circulates for 23 hours. I think we're down to maybe 18, something like that. So it'll still be going until like at least 5 in the morning. So they can find you. They definitely need to pick up this book. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
All right. Have at it.
Thank you.
1 minute. So tell me something good. Give me a word. You can give me one word or give a great sentence, something that we can carry on our journey.
Absolutely. So the word that I'm going to give is,
drum rolls.
I'm just going to give like a sentence, like,
okay.
Don't allow anything to stand in your way to your purpose. We all have a purpose and we all know our purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fight, right?
Absolutely.
It's a fight. You have roadblocks. You have people that's trying to get you off a course, but don't allow anything,
nothing,
to stand in your way to your journey.
Woo, that's the word.
That is the word. It might be simple, but it's powerful. Because the thing is, you know, when you get in an argument with your significant other
mm-hmm.
and you feel like this person is standing in your way, this conversation right here is going to resurrect.
Okay. It's going
right? to. Or maybe your boss is like blocking your promotion.
Yeah.
Right. But it's gonna resurrect. Or your family member that don't believe in what you are becoming.
I'll do both on that one.
It's don't allow anything to stand in your way because your purpose has been given to you. It's a gift.
And the time is now.
The time is now.
This book is going to go far. It's going to be in a lot of hands, right? Oh my goodness. Yes. They need to get this book. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love, light, and energy to you as you continue on this journey. I feel like the alchemist right now. Like
you are. You are. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Platform.
I'm so excited about building this great relationship with you. I am so looking forward to it. Thank you so much for giving me your time and sharing your wisdom. And stay in touch.
I will.
Bye.
Bye.